The story about Rattapala Arahant Thero. Our teacher, Lord Gautama Buddha, preached the Dharma with great compassion for the gods, humans, and animals while traveling on foot. In the same way, he used to travel to a certain village in an area called Kuru, far away from Sawat city, and give sermons. There, a large crowd saw the Blessed One and worshipped and were happy to hear the Dharma. A certain Situ's son also listened to the Buddha's teachings and was impressed, worshipped him, and said this: "Lord, blessed ones, I have understood this great sermon very well. If this domestic life is a dusty path, the monastic life is like an empty sky. Have mercy on me and ordain me." The blessed Lord Buddha saw that this young son was the only child in the family and said that he could do it if his parents allowed him. The young son immediately met the parents and asked for their permission. The parents, who were very moved, said that they should spend this enormous wealth and be comfortable and that they would not allow it at all. He lay down in the courtyard of the palace saying that he would not get up or eat until permission was given. He did not change his decision no matter how many warnings and requests were made. After 7 days, his friends asked the parents to allow it without harming him. Then the parents agreed and he promised to visit again to see them. He went back to the Blessed One and became a monk, then exited the city of Sawat and was well disciplined for 12 years. At last, he became a great Arahant. Then he took permission from the Blessed One and left for Kuru country to fulfill his promises again. Arahat monk reached his village after walking for many days and rested in a nearby garden for a day and returned home the next day. The Situ standing in the courtyard of the palace, seeing the monk and got angry and said to a servant, "A slave who kidnapped my son is coming," and said to drive away. Hearing this, the Arahat remained on the path without entering the palace garden. Seeing a portion of food taken by a housemaid to throw away the previous day's leftovers, the Lord said, "If you're going to throw away that food, lady, put it in this bowl." Upon hearing this sound, the lady's servant recognized him and served him the food, and immediately ran and told the matter to the Situ. The Situ, who was greatly shocked, rushed to see his son sitting there after burying the food, and it was very painful for the Situ as a father. "Lord, let's move to get alms, to the palace who owned you." The Situ was invited to the monk. He said, "Father, I've already finished my meal, and we don't have houses. We were homeless monks." So, the next day, he invited the monk for alms. The Arahant silently accepted the invitation and stayed there. The next day, Situ prepared everything for the donation and covered all the gold, silver, pearls, and gems he owned in the middle of the house. Also, the 4 young wives of the before Situ's son were decorated with fine clothes. The following day, all the delicious food was offered as alms to Rattapala Arahath, who arrived. And at the end, the accumulated wealth was opened and laid out for him to see. The young princesses were already visible. Situ said to the Arahat, "Lord, all this wealth is yours. Spend these gifts and be happy with these your own princesses. Leave those robes and bowls." Then Rattapala Arahath said, "Father, if you accept, I will say something. If you want happiness and comfort, drown all these in the middle of the river Ganga." The Situ was in the same place with wonder. The princesses who fell at his feet said to Arahat, "Lord, leaving princesses like us, do you protect this sacred Dharma who hopes for goddesses? Sisters, I do not enter this discipline called Brahma Dharma for hoping for any kind of goddess." The Lord said. At the same time, the ladies fell unconscious. He saw his mother who was beside him weeping and said that he had come to fulfill the invitation and promise. After finishing the almsgiving, the Lord took the bowls and robes and climbed up to the sky by breaking the roof of the castle by floating and came into the nearby king's garden. Everyone understood what wrong they've done. This is the story of Maharaj Rattapala. We, who lose happiness and comfort in grasping all these things with desire, can get good motivation from the noble life of Rattapala Arahath Thero, the son of this Tathagata. May triple gems bless you.